Vaishali, Franck, welcome. You both produced a report recently on performance of telcos. Vaishali, if you would, just give me an idea of what you found.
I'll have to keep it short. There's a lot of things in it. It's our annual value creation for telco report. And maybe just 3 or 4 highlights. The first is telcos continue to face challenges. If we look at the average, what we call total shareholder returns for telco as a sector, it fell to 4% from 6%. But there are also bright spots, which I'll get to later in our conversation. Additionally, when you look at different segments of telcos, the global telcos, for example, have performed worse on average than the larger national telcos or the smaller national telcos, because it's getting harder to realize synergies across countries as well. Additionally, if you look at the average, what we call return or ROIC on invested capital for telco as an industry, for the first time it's fallen below cost of capital. Now, as I said, there are bright spots. 50 out of the 73 companies in our sample did deliver value creation in this last 5-year period. And we can talk more about how they did it and what happened, but just a few snippets.
Vaishali, what innovations, what key trends do you think that telcos should be focusing on right now?
I would say 2 areas. One is AI and Gen AI. How do you really pick a few areas, a few domains as I call it, really go deep, drive outcomes and real tangible value at scale that makes a real delta? So that's one. And the second one I would say is B2B. It's an often, which is really business to business. It's an area that has been long neglected, often seen as, the second cousin to B2C. But I really think there are so many opportunities, whether it's driving adjacencies in the small to mid-market, or it's really capturing the value from this AI ecosystem, as well as the need for sovereignty in the large enterprise space. So there's a lot more that we can get from the whole B2B space as a growth engine as well. So those 2 would really be, in my mind, the 2 big ones.
Franck, anything you'd add to that?
Let me try to add 2 to these 2 big ones. I think we'll also see a significant modernization of architecture and networks, so next-gen architecture, cloud-based architecture, that will really drive a lot of changes and a lot of benefits for telco. And if I need to pick a second one, I would say satellite is of interest of everybody. New constellations can be game changer, especially in remote areas or less covered areas. So we'll see a lot of innovation also on the infrastructure side.
Franck, Vaishali, thank you so much as always, a pleasure.
Thank you, Georgie.
Thank
you,
you.
Franck.